Welcome to the Blind Eye News, where we bring you anything and everything nerd. I am your host, Matthew Kamor. I just want to give you all a disclaimer before getting into this week's episode. Some of these topics are going to be very dense in content, and I did my best to condense them into a digestible soundbite, so be prepared. But with that being said, let's go ahead and begin. Now, this is going to be a bit of a touchy subject, but if you haven't already heard by now, there have been rumors that the studio responsible for bringing the anime Ghost in the Shell to the big screen was doing some tests to make Scarlett Johansson appear more Asian after filming. Many people were already upset in the fact that an actor of Asian background wasn't picked for the role of Kusanagi, but digitally changing Johansson's appearance to better suit the role definitely made people much more upset. Personally, I don't have a problem with the casting choice. Yes, I don't think it's cool that they're changing her appearance, but my main concern is how faithful they'll stay to the source material. We all know what happens when you start taking liberties with the material. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball Evolution. An article will be in the description box if you want a more in-depth explanation of the matter. If you were to get hyped for any one of these stories, you better make it this one. The Pokemon Company, along with Game Freak and Nintendo, are looking for a movie studio to potentially make a live-action adaptation of the famous games and its creatures. What we can describe as a top-secret auction, 3 studios, which are Warner Brothers, Sony, and Legendary Entertainment, have been at a bidding war to win the rights for this project. Legendary was the third to join in on the action and is considered to be the dark horse in the negotiations due to its growing success in the industry. No comments have been released yet for any of the studios, but just know that this will only make Pokemon a much stronger franchise than it already is. Blizzard's new game World of Warcraft Legion has been announced to be released on August 30th of this year. The 6th installment will directly follow the events that took place in Warlords of Draenor, with players exploring the new continent of the Broken Isles. Players who pre-ordered the game will have the ability to reach level 100 for any of their characters at a much faster speed and will provide access to the new hero class Demon Hunter. If you want to learn more about this expansion, go ahead and visit their official site www.wowlegion.com. A link will be provided for you in the description. Another slightly controversial topic is the first look of Rita Repulsa in the new Power Rangers movie to come out March of 2017. Played by Elizabeth Banks, she explains that it's definitely a modern and edgy reimagining of the original. Her costume is a deep green, very reptilian, with gold trimming, and the reason it has so much hate is because the new look doesn't look anything like the original Rita from the original series. I personally think, being a fan of the series myself, that it's a cool new direction, and I'm really interested in what they plan to do with her character. Banks goes on to say that we wanted to give her a backstory that connects her to the new Rangers. So what do you guys think of her new look? Be sure to let us know in the comments section. And lastly, we have an official gameplay trailer for the sequel of Outlast. The atmosphere of the game shows that the developers are keeping true to the nature of the first game while enhancing the experiences of certain features. If you haven't seen the footage yet, there will be a link in the description box for you guys to check it out and judge for yourselves. It doesn't show much, but what it does show is that the tension of this game is definitely higher, making surviving much more difficult. Now, when I first saw this piece, I thought this concept was really cool, and I couldn't pass up a chance to share this with you guys. Now imagine this. You're in Berlin, Germany. The year is 2089, but the twist is, the Cold War is still a threat. That's the universe set in this new game, All Walls Must Fall. It is a tech noir tactics game that will require you to use stealth, time travel, and even combat. There's no word yet on how time and stealth define this gameplay, but just know that this game has so much going for it that it really makes me excited to see what else it has to offer. And that will do it for this episode of the Blind Eye News. There were a lot of really interesting topics this week, making it hard to choose which ones were going to be used in this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed the topics talked about today. All the articles in today's episode are provided in the description box. Be sure to come back next week for all new interesting and exciting stories, so I don't know, you might guys want to come down, hang around with me? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to get updates for all new content, and be sure to check out our social media. All the links to those will be provided in the description box. Thanks for watching. My name's Matthew Kamor, and I'll see you next week.